Привет, дорогой зритель, с тобой я, Ватсон. Мы продолжаем играть в игру LA Noire. Поехали. Ага, о как. Белая туфелька смерти. Кажется, я разглядел его лицо. Нет, потом посмотрю на записи.
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
И опять без подробностей, просто дело где-то там.
Is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case. Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
То есть все-таки мы считаем, что там все подражатели, а настоящего мы так и не нашли. Настоящая черная орхидея, как я понимаю.
A fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Californians love a fad, Phelps. As long as the bricks hold up at San Quentin, there'll always be killers in this town to send there.
Wow, that sure looks like a beauty. Hey, this isn't New
Greetings
York.
from sunny California. When's it gonna stop?
Как интересно, что это за эффект такой. Так, ты ведешь, напарник?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes. First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows make it the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make first base.
У меня есть некоторые подозрения по поводу моего напарника, но я не буду их озвучивать.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body? Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money,
это
it's
Коронер.
triple braid again.
Да, у него уже написано на
death.
значке
From her
Коронер.
temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
Ну что ж, давайте в этот раз начнем с тела.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
Очень странно. Ощущение, будто это не наш убийца. Или она вовсе не носила украшений. Собственно, тут больше и нечего сказать. Ну ладно. Да, что примечательно, на ней всего одна туфля. И, соответственно, задание у нас тоже называется туфелька смерти, кажется, или как-то так. Следы, размер 8.
No drag marks. Killer was
Нет.
moving around, surveying
быть,
the
и нет.
scene.
Так, бутылка.
It doesn't appear to be connected.
Да блин, тут 5 баксов валяется. Чё ты не возьмешь? А тут, видимо, ее скинули, да? Из машины.
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
Возможно. Куда бы нам дальше? Похоже, все, что можно было, мы тут осмотрели. Кто это? Какая-то женщина.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Поэтому ее на машине привезли.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Хорошо.
Of course, anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Я думал, может быть, ну, найдем какой-то изъян в ее мимике, что она как-нибудь вернет глазами или еще что-нибудь, чтобы, ну, поставить под сомнение ее слова. Но все-таки она вела себя нормально.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks, ma'am.
Хорошо. Давайте двигаться в нужном направлении. Ты снова идешь, напарник.
You can drive. And where exactly are we going?
Давайте в лагерь бродяг.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
We're looking for a tall man with a disfigured face. Do you know him?
Huh? What? I fought in 2 wars, you know, son. I think I earned some peace and quiet.
Ah, the bum isn't here.
Look at these people.
We should follow the lead. These guys can wait.
Ты прикалываешься, что ли? смысле нет? У меня что, талант уезжать по другим зацепкам просто? Давайте осмотримся, может, все-таки найдем.
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend. You can't do this!
At least the rain stopped. We can change back into those white bucks now.
Ну и хер с вами, поеду по другой зацепке. Блин, ну как так-то? Ну ладно, хоть напарник предупреждает, когда... Ну, типа, игра ненавязчиво намекает, что...
You're behind the wheel.
А, вот так просто? Лагерь... Ну ладно. Херня какая-то. Зачем нам сказали вообще про этот лагерь бродяг,
No
если...
message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written on them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
Understand. А может быть, та женщина нам наплела просто? И нет никакого бродяги с обезображенным лицом.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look.
Не нравится он мне.
You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
Ладно, это точно здесь не замешан. 1363, вот.
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
Все. Ну, допустим. А с ним мы поговорить тоже не можем? Да, походу. Походу, это все, что нам надо было узнать адрес. Давайте и посмотрим. Места. Да? Поехали.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going? I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this stuff.
Шалости. Ну, хорошо. Детские игрушки, мужская обувь. А вон дети есть.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Terrelson, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think that...
It's procedure. You see to your girls.
Девочки какие-то больше понятливые, чем этот мужик. И более понятливые, чем я.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Terrelson? Let him search. You got nothing to hide. You want to hear something funny, Terrelson? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules him out as a suspect.
Опять бар.
Need to check if she was a regular.
Блин, он походу там что-то забавное сказал, а я прослушал. Надо будет потом
You'd
посмотреть.
excuse me, ladies.
Doesn't look like anything.
Ну ладно.
I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies.
Сумочка.
So she went out without her handbag?
Она же шла на вечеринку. Водительское удостоверение на имя Терезы. Угу. Женщина белая, 40...
She'd have to be in
Да,
quite a
36.
state to leave this behind. At least she was spared that particular indignity.
Ну да, была бы у нее еще помада при себе. Не понял. Это ведь занеслось в улике? Ну вот, слышите? Звук этот был. Обычно при этом надо крутить, вертеть, запутать хотеть. Но сейчас что-то ничего не происходит. Ладно. Нет, 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 нет.
We can see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene.
Да не, ну хватит. Вот это уже плохо. Опа.
Lars was out in the rain last night.
А капает до сих пор, типа. Надо сходить позвонить. Мне уже, вон, смотрите, захотелось позвонить. Пойду сбегаю. Phelps 1247.
Phelps, badge 1247.
1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks for your help.
О, а ты-то как здесь оказался? Пошли обратно, ты же должен был сторожить его. Что ты за напарник?
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about
О,
on the radio?
что это у него тут?
One another commendation.
Looks like a
Ага.
match with the ligature marks.
Сука, кто же этим занимается-то всем, а? И фотку еще вниз
Wonder why the
опустил,
picture
да?
was turned down.
То же самое мы уже видели.
Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive.
Еще одна сумочка.
This isn't what we're looking for.
А, то есть в ту сумочку ты заглянул, а в эту нет. Угу. Ну, явно не то. Совсем не то. Ну, ладно. Там же... А, вот здесь-то детская еще, да?
Optimistic, Cole.
Ну, тут я не знаю даже, будут ли улики какие.
No good to me.
Да. Логично. Все-таки это детская комната. Давайте тогда разговаривать с ним.
For the record, Mr. Tarleton, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Ну давай.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be
Да.
anyone who knew her.
Я... Время смерти. 2 часа. Бирка химчистки. Отпечатки ботинок. Следы шин. Журнал. Спичечный коробок. Сумка. Грязные ботинки. Мокрая куртка. Корабельный канат. Кто мог желать ей зла? Нет, говорит, ее все любили. И что ему скажу? Ты врешь. И что ему предъявлю? Ничего ему не предъявлю. Давайте попробуем эту прекрасную возможность. Используем интуицию. О. Что значит убрать ответ? Может быть, выбрать ответ? Каждый пункт по 1 баллу. 5 скрытых машин. Хуйня какая-то. Давай попробуем. Уберем ответ. Это прикол? Я как раз хотел сомнения нажимать, я просто вижу его лицо, ему как бы плохо вроде. Но я... Хорошо, и сучим еще раз улики. О как. Следы шин, печатки ботинок. Корабельный канат совпадает. Отпечатки ботинок, он сказал, надо уточнить у коронера. Следы шин мы не можем ничего поэтому сказать. Время смерти тоже никак не намекает. Корабельный канат. Это хуйня какая-то.
Can I comfort my daughters now?
Да ну.
So you don't know anyone who would want her dead?
No, I don't.
Как я объебался-то?
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
Ну, улик у нас точно нет, который это опровергает. Но он нервничает.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. A bar
Bar?
down on North Beaudry Avenue.
У барона, да?
Baron's
Мгм.
bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Прикольно, он свою жену одну в бар отправляет.
Mr.
Почему она
Tarleton, was
напивается?
Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Ты только что сказал, что она напивается, дурень. И в слезах звонит.
Spill it, Tarleton. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. I paid the sitter and went to bed.
Когда вы видели свою жену в последний раз? Где-то в 8:30. Мы уже заканчивали играть в карты. Потом я приехал домой, расплатился с нянькой и лег спать. 8:30. Приехал домой, расплатился с нянькой и лег спать. При этом куртка мокрая, да? Он мог намочить ее сейчас. Сейчас же дождь идет.
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
Ну, как минимум, мокрой курткой. Вообще-то есть еще грязные ботинки, они тоже мокрые, но куртка мокрая.
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
А как я
Thanks for
зовут?
answering our questions, Mr. Tarleton. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, if you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life. Sounds like the Tarleton broad had her last drink at Baron's bar. We should check the place out.
Это правда. Я все-таки не понимаю, что я должен был выбрать. Сука, что я должен был выбрать-то? Кто ей желал зла? У меня ни одной улики на это указывающей нет.
Appreciate your time, sir.
Бля, разве что канат. Ну, типа... Кто мог же, ее все любили? Но канатом же ее задушили, а у тебя канат оторван. Типа вот так вот. Ну, это хуйня какая-то. Это к делу не привяжешь.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Бля, я не понимаю.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
Вариант с курткой еще такой уебищный. Почему? Ну ладно, она хоть называется мокрая куртка. Понятно по названию хотя бы. Кто мог ей желать зла? Я теперь буду думать об этом все прохождение. Ладно, ребята, у нас тут бар. Бар у барона. В котором она любила зависать, а потом звонила ему вся в слезах. И он ее увозил.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Tarleton?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Нянька же до 9 была.
What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
10:30. Верю.
On foot, in a car, by bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
Блин, нормальный бармен. Райо Найс, Манхэттен, Джин Рики. Ого, вот она нормально выпила. Номер
Put out an
3591,
APB
да?
on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable. Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
Угу. Вот это лицо. Ну давай, говори.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
Блин, не пойму ничего по его лицу. Может быть, на танцы? Да не, я сомневаюсь.
She was murdered, Benny. Brutally murdered. If you like this lady, you should give us something.
You telling me I'm not cooperating? Watch it, pal.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Bluff. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
Блин, я подумал, что он так с ноги на ногу переминается, еще и бровями играет.
That's him.
LAPD, don't make me chase you, shitbird.
А нельзя было просто подойти?
Go, Phelps, get after it. Come on, you got a ride. Get in and drive.
Да ну нахер. И что я должен сделать был? Где моя-то машина? А, мне надо было сесть в машину этого мужика, что ли? Ну это же нехорошо.
That's him.
LAPD, don't make me chase you, shitbird.
Ладно, сейчас попробуем.
Can't let the son of a bitch get away.
Ну просто чужую собственность не хочется брать. Ой, это программное ускорение этого злодея. А я еще думаю, почему этот мужик вышел из машины?
I thought you were gonna leave me there. Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Супер. Вот это я вожу.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, their stick.
Какая-то она неуправляемая. Да ты прикалываешься, что ли? Пацаны, да, я водила.
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you. He's showing you how it's done.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
it steady and I'll try to bust his tire.
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Да? Мужик, с тобой все нормально?
Put your hands in the air! Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
И сам такой, головой такой, нет, нет. Что с ним такое? Ну теперь-то я угадаю.
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us
У
what
него
we
реально
want to
дубинка в
know.
She
руках.
was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
У него всегда такое выражение лица.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole. On what offense? Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come? Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
That's the cop from the newspapers.
Да, это я. Хотите автограф?
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case.
О как.
Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thank you.
Даже так. Взяли и так быстро нашли. Или он сам пришел.
I'm out of here.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
Ла-ла-ла-ла-ла.
He's in interview too.
Thanks. What do you make of it?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Да, ну сейчас-то... Ну веди, напарник, я не знаю, где здесь переговорные. Это рума 1... А, нет, знаю. Мы же уже допрашивали как-то. Вот здесь вот он должен быть.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrelson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
Сынок, по тебе все видно.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrelson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
По обвинению в 2 нападениях.
Ripped off me at the grand jury. Papers thrown out. Now the TA wants my head.
То есть нам опять дали наводку.
You can drive.
Ну, погнали.
Fine. Where are we headed? Three suspects in the can and 1 on the hoof. And still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, could we have Lars Terrelson picked up?
11K, roger.
Вот сука, наебал нас. Сказал, что он около 8:30 и закончил, и поехал домой. А на самом деле потом сказал, что он ухлёстал за какой-то девушкой. А потом оказалось, что игра-то была аж до 12. Вот пиздобол.
LAPD! We'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far. I need you to stay copacetic. You need to hold out for the cavalry rounds. How do we do that? Like this. Buckshot, keep it down, Phelps.
If you want your rightful share, we need to fight for it.
Так, ну вы знаете, как я дерусь. Я посещал боксерские эти курсы. О, это я не вырубал его, я хотел захватить.
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Меня смущает, что мой напарник просто выстрелил из дробовика в бездомного. Ну так такой, типа, нормально. Пиу. И все.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
Чертовы русские. А, давайте посмотрим на эту историю.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack. Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them, that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors. But they've been moving it on to addicts. And they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying. And that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. For God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Да, еще и в войну банд ввязываться. Ну и ровненько.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terreldson's chin. Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Билет на танцы. Женский кошелек.
Incidental.
Собственно, здесь больше ничего и нет. Или надо? Туда никак не попасть. Ну, пойдем.
That's the guy. I hear he's an honest cop. Now there's an oxymoron for you.
You can't do this!
А, так что же я туплю? Мы можем посмотреть. Цели тут у меня. Ну да, все. Погнали.
Can you drive to this one? The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession, and we can charge the bum with murder.
Ну, тоже справедливо, конечно. Го, поглядим. О, допрос. Давай, я за тобой. Напарник. Сюда, что ли?
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Средняя продолжительность жизни в бою составляла 5 минут.
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrelson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
Мы у тебя веревку нашли, друг.
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrelson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
Ну, как бы...
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
Пиздюк.
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrellson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
Ну, считай, сознался, да ведь?
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Tarleton will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
Чё, все? Я не нашел 4 улики. Я не нашел 4 улики? А где их проебал? Прикольно. Дело закрыто, хорошо. Нечего сказать. Но дело же закрыто. Я не разговаривал с водителем такси, но я хотел с ним поговорить. А он, получается, был где-нибудь в соседней комнате, а я просто к нему не подошел. Пиздец-то. Ну, ёкало-мане. Ну ладно, блин. Я не поговорил с водителем такси. Давайте будем считать, что это приятное разнообразие в прохождении, когда Ватсон сделает недотошно. Ну да ладно. Дело закрыто. Бродяга признался, но мне кажется, что тут опять что-то не так. Смотрим сцену после титров и заканчиваем серию. Всем спасибо за просмотр. С вами был Ватсон. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на канал. До новых встреч.
Smurfy!